before I learned how to look at my self-concept as a base for my life and start from there, I was always and constantly looking at the outside world, my life that was at that moment, and I was internalizing, letting the outside world control who I am and how I feel about myself. When I learned about the power of self-concept and the power of creating your life exactly the way you want life to go for you, using the self-concept, everything shifted for me. I've got my dream apartment, I got my 6-figure business, and I'm creating my life by design, by what I desire, using the same methods over and over again. If you want to create changes in your life in one area or change your whole entire life, and you've tried many manifestation techniques and it wasn't working out for you, watch this video. When you understand self-concept, everything will become crystal clear. And I love explaining things in a very simple way, so I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. And stop being the reactor and the victim of your life and start being the creator, the writer of your life. I truly wish that someone told me earlier that our identity is created from within, and then we radiate that out into the world, and people are picking up on that energy and treating us exactly how it matches what we think of ourselves, what we believe about ourselves. I was believing that I was picking up of how people treated me, and I was creating my identity through that. What they said about me, what they didn't say about me, how people treated me. And I was creating my identity about me. You know that if you hear from a lot of people that you're sensitive, you're shy, or you're quiet, then you start looking at yourself as that person. And this is so easy to pick up, first of all, is because we are not being taught that we are supposed to create our identity from within. So if you had experiences in your life where it just seems to repeat over and over and over again, where something less than what you desire happens to you, the first thing that we must understand is that it's all created by us. And I know that this is a hard pill to swallow. Basically, the absence of your self-concept or your identity about yourself is going to make it really easy to just pick up on everything else that is coming from the outside world and take it on yourself. Because there's no self-concept that you created about yourself. Once you create your self-concept and once you know who you are, you know your strengths, you know what you deserve, you know what you desire to come for you, and that you believe, you know that you're deserving of it, then if something comes from the outside that doesn't match that concept that you have about yourself, you're not gonna take it on yourself. You're not gonna accept it as, oh, this is just what I deserve. You're gonna reject it. You're gonna be able to move past it and keep walking with your self-concept, keep walking with the standards that you have created for yourselves. Guess what? The people who are living the life that you desire, the people who have more, the people who are experiencing these amazing things in life are the people who held high standards when it comes to their self-concept. They said, no, this is not the baseline of what I deserve. I deserve more. You have to remove the people, the events, the jobs, and the things that are in your life that are lower standard than what you desire, to create space and to be able to replace it with something higher, with something better, with something more. I know that a lot of people who are living their life dreaming or not even allowing themselves to dream about more, to want more, they are living in this belief that what they desire is impossible for them. It's impossible for everyone to have their desires, which is so far away from the truth. Everybody can have their desires. There's unlimited abundant energy in this world, and God created us to be abundant. Even if you read the scripture, it says how God sees you, and God sees us on such a high level and loves us on a such high level that if we take that on ourselves and create a self-concept of I deserve to feel abundant, I deserve to feel happy, I deserve to have my slice of heaven on earth just because I am, you created a self-concept. You created a self-concept. Truly the first step to starting this journey in creating your dream life through your self-concept is figuring out what you believe about yourself right now. Because the circumstances that you are experiencing in your life exactly mirrored by what you believe about yourself. It's not the other way around. It's exactly like that. So what you have in life and where you are in life mirrors exactly how and what you believe about yourself. This is a really vulnerable exercise to sit down and journal out a couple pages and really look at where your life is, what you have. See what you believe about yourself. What do I believe that I deserve? What do I believe that is possible for me? When you realize you see your current self-concept and what you believe about yourself, that's when the fun starts. When you are able to do this for yourself, that's when the fun starts. Why? Because every single second and every single moment, you can reinvent yourself. You can reinvent your self-concept. You can decide that you don't want to be here, you want to be there every single moment. That can happen every single moment, not only on January 1st, and not only on Monday. I don't know what else people believe. But you can reinvent yourself any moment, multiple times, even in a day, multiple times a month, okay? Once you learn this, you're gonna be able to do it, and you are able to start shifting your life fully towards the life that you desire. So once you have your current self-concept and you know where you are, how you feel about yourself, the next step is writing out. A lot of people don't even write this out, and then they wonder why their life is going the same over and over again. Every single year it's the same, every single month is the same. I want you to write out your goals. What do you want? What do you want in love? What do you want in finances? What do you want in your relationships, your friendships, your mental health, your physical health? Write it all out in your journal. This is a crucial step. Without knowing what you want, you cannot create the next self-concept, the one that you need to step in and start believing. This is the middle step that you must do before you start creating your new self-concept. For example, somewhere in my childhood, I started believing, based on a circumstance that happened to me, I started believing that I am not good at having long friendships, or that I'm not good at having friends, like really good friend group or best friends. Throughout the years, I was in disbelief about myself, and guess what I was experiencing? Over and over again, I was experiencing shallow friendships, and when I didn't know about the self-concept, I would think and blame other people and be like, wow, everybody is just such a bad friend. Nobody wants to have a real connection. But then internally, I also believed that I'm not good at having deep connections. So you see how what I was believing about myself was exactly what was mirrored to me by people. That's the energy. Those are the people that were attracted to me because that's how they were acting, and those are the people that I was attracting with that self-concept. So at one point I was like, okay, it's time. I worked on different areas of my life and it was time to start working on my friendships. There came a moment when I realized that this is my self-concept about me and friendships, and I knew that I desired more. I knew that I was desiring deeper friendships, and that's when I made the switch. So how do you make the switch? How do you make the switch in the self-concept to start attracting more? The key to this is asking yourself this one question. The person that has this, the thing that I want, the person that already has it, how do they feel about themselves? What do they say to themselves? How do they view themselves about this topic? And you create this new identity of that person, that version of you who already has this. So your next step in your journal is to take all of the traits, how they would feel, how they would act, how they would talk, how they would answer the question when somebody asked them about this topic. What would they do? Who would they be if they already had this and it was a version of you? So your job is to take your journal and write down all of these traits. You can go as detailed as possible. Think of different angles and journal it down in your own words who this person would be. And the last step in changing your own life using self-concept is to actually become that person, become that new person. The best way to do this is to look at them as an alter ego, name that alter ego, and choose and become them today. So from today, this is how you act. You already have it written down. This is how you act. This is how you talk. This is what you believe about this topic. This is what you believe about yourself in regards to this topic or this part of your life. And you start internalizing the feeling, the act, the thoughts of already being that person, even though you don't have the circumstances that matches it. And this is how you successfully switch your self-concept. Your job from now on is to be this person every single day. Imagine that when you wake up, there's cameras on you, on your whole life, on your every step, on your every thought, like you're in a reality TV show and they are watching you. They are checking to see who you are and be so in character that no one would ever think that you're somebody else. As you are becoming this new person more and more, and you're internalizing this self-concept, this new self-belief, this higher version of you, as you're internalizing it, as you are moving as them, as it becomes more and more effortless, the more that you do it, the more that you are being it, the outside has to match. Your life will start rearranging itself from the outside, and new things are going to start happening. New people are going to pop up in your life. Old people who are not meeting this new standard that you are setting are going to walk out of your life, are going to start falling off. And this is when the shift actually starts happening. A big mistake that a lot of people are doing, okay? And this is why so many people are having a hard time in creating their life the way they want it, is that they are becoming this new person and then they're looking for the outside circumstances to find proof that this is working, to find proof that the shift is happening. And what did I tell you in the beginning? As long as you are watching the outside three-dimensional world, right? Your life to create your self-concept off of, you are being the reactor and your life runs you. And then when you choose to internalize your self-concept and who you are and what you deserve and what you believe that is coming to you, that is going to happen to you in your life, that is possible for you, that's when the outside is reacting to you and is shifting to match who you are. Okay, so the biggest mistake that I see a lot of people do is be this person, start the snowball rolling and become this person and start with some habits. So they start with these habits, one by one. You cannot become this person overnight. The key is to stick with this internal feeling, live in this internal life of yours that you created, and not care if the outside is going to match it or not, or if it's going to happen this way or that way, or think about scenarios of when it should happen, how it should happen, and basically detach from the outside world, from your life. Detach from the idea of your outside changing in a certain way. This might sound counterproductive or like, oh, I'm doing this to change my outside life, so if I don't expect it, then what's gonna happen? So the key is being detached. You can desire it in a playful way, and you can play around with the energy of already having it. So like, oh, it would be so nice to drive around in my new car today, and think about that. So the key is to stay in this playful energy and rejoice in already being this new person, and rejoice in the new standards, and be happy and grateful about how good you feel with what you have and knowing what is going to be your life in the future, but in a relaxed way. I'm gonna make more videos about this. Let me know down below in the comments, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to this, when it comes to creating your dream life or starting to switch your self-concept? And I'm gonna take all the answers, write them down, make a new video explaining a little bit deeper. I am so passionate about this topic because it's completely changed my life from 0 to 100 in a couple years. In 5 years, your life can be so different. 5 years ago, I was in medical school in my home country, Serbia, and I was not happy. I was not feeling fulfilled. When I made the simple decision that I deserve what I desire, my life started shifting one by one, this and this. I learned some lessons, I moved on, I upgraded my standards about myself. And then it started shifting one by one, where as now I am so much more effortlessly upgrading my life over and over again every couple months. You don't have to kind of rush to become better and better and better. In a way, make it playful, make it fun, because guess what? The most important part of all this is the journey of becoming your new self, not the destination. Because I can tell you right now, when you arrive to the destination, you know that meme, that graphic of like the little stick guy climbing up the mountain and finally reaching the top, and then he sees that there's more to climb, there's another top to climb. You're going through your journey, you're going to see yourself grow, and you're going to look back and be like, wow, I've grown this much, this is amazing, I'm so excited to keep going. And then even when you reach the goal, it's an amazing accomplishment. It's going to be very rewarding, but very soon you're gonna find other things that you want to improve, and then you start back at 0, and then you're gonna want to improve different parts of your life, or maybe you want to improve that part of your life even more. So it's all a journey. The destination is endless, and we are meant to grow in this lifetime. We are meant to learn lessons and improve ourselves, improve our soul, our health, our mental, our habits, start breaking generational curses. Trust me, look at this whole life as a school, and there's a lesson, and then you upgrade, go to the next grade, next grade, next class, and then you pass it. And then some classes or some lessons you're gonna go through multiple times, you're gonna fail. Don't take it personally, don't take it so serious. Look at it as a game, look at it as just a school, a life full of lessons. And you're gonna get better. You're gonna start noticing, as you keep going on this journey, you're gonna start noticing the patterns easier and easier, and you're gonna be able to break the patterns and become a new person in that area so much faster, so much easier, and you're gonna start feeling and experiencing your own power. So this is a beautiful journey, and I'm so excited for you. Please drop a comment. Also, as you are on the journey, remind other people of what you're able to accomplish and how you feel. And I'm excited to see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe to be notified, and I love you all. Hope you have an amazing and blessed day.